Alright, welcome back to case 3 of our 10 case break hosted on Block Cards Forums. The product was 2014 Bowman Draft, 5 cases of hobby and 5 cases of jumbos. So, yesterday was pretty decent. Hit some color autos. Fairly successful. Hopefully today we start off with some monster hits. Good luck to everyone. Alrighty. Put some WD-40 on my chair. It was squeaking so much yesterday. It was annoying the piss out of me. Oh my goodness, hit and run, made it to a live break. What's up with that? He must not be teaching or something. You got more game. You're coach on a summer team, right? Oh, that's quick. Sean Reed Foley, base auto. I got a 16-year-old son. He's 6'4", 170 pounds. He decided a couple weeks ago that he might go after baseball. And I'm like, dude, you've got to get your mind made up if you're going to do it or not. I think he's intimidated by the fact that most kids are playing since they're young, but, well, there he goes. It is summertime. I think if you got the work ethic, you can do it, but you got to make your mind up and do it. He's got the work ethic, but he just hasn't decided. He doesn't realize how expensive baseball is, so it's not something that he can play around with. Yeah, unless they were your teachers, then they had to teach all summer long, Jeremy. Because you were probably in summer school, you dumbass. Just kidding. Me and Jeremy will cuss each other, so y'all have to just take it as we're just kidding with each other. We mean nothing personal by it. J.P. Crawford, blue paper. By Jeremy, I mean Hunter Caleb. In case one of you guys' name's Jeremy. We got a plate. Alright. James Ramsey, black printing plate. I believe that's Nick for the Indians. Well, I'll tell him to do that. A lot of kids don't start till they're later in life because parents don't want them to get burned out on it. He was good when he was young. He just kind of, he doesn't have a support system that from one parent. That kind of narrows it down, huh? That he should have. No, and he's actually surprisingly, he's got a decent arm. I don't think he'd pitch, but because I used to play ball in high school, I was all state. But he could definitely play a position if he was tall. Probably, outfield to start. Christian Arroyo, black refractor, 41 of 75. Never hurts to find out. I mean, to try it if you want to. He's got good hand-eye coordination too. Really good. Just like I said, I'm not gonna. I don't push him towards anything. If he wants to do it, he can do it. He's gonna make his mind up though. I know. I told him about golf too. He said he didn't really care for golf. I was like, dude, I said, golf is fun. I love golf. Doesn't want to play basketball either. I used to play all the time. I mean, I used to work at a golf course part-time just so I could get free golf. This is whenever I was pretty young, 20, 21. And I used to play 4 times, 5 times a week. I'd play twice on Tuesdays when the golf course was where I worked at was closed. It was one of the top 100 courses. I'd walk 36 holes that day. It didn't matter if it was July, August. I was walking. Teje Amtone to 399, blue refractor. Oh, really? That's cool. Aren't you near in the central part of North Carolina? Or like central to eastern side? That's where all the good golf courses, Pinehurst and all that stuff. One of these days I'm going to figure out where that auto is and not open it in the first pack. Okay. I used to work at Chanticleer, which was Robert Trent Jones course in Greenville. It was one of the top 100 courses in America when I worked there. They actually were really high on the list at one point, but they started kind of like moving down. And then they did a change up to the actual course itself, and it dropped out. Verdago Blue. They thought it was going to move them back up. It totally dropped them out. Of course, all the new courses going up doesn't help with that. But it was a nice course. It was fun to play. Got to see a lot of pretty cool people. Rick Barnes, a basketball coach at Texas. He was at Clemson then. Michael Jordan actually played there one day, the day before I started, which was that sucked. Edwin McCain was a member, the singer. Met him a couple times. I actually played a round of golf with him, 9 holes. Black refractor. Cody Reed. He's been pitching pretty well. 33 of 75. That's cool. I have a buddy that if there was water on the course, he would find it. I mean, it didn't matter where it was. If there was water within sight of the tee, he would hit it. It was something mental with him. It was crazy. Is Pinehurst still in the top 100? I haven't looked in years. Oh, Jeremy, good trip. Oh, yeah. Definitely true. Pinehurst #2 was, I used to love watching opens and stuff like that there. Padlo Ice. Austin Dakar base auto. Giolito mini. It was funny. The day I picked Chris Bryant for this break, the Bryant Super was finally pulled. I thought that was pretty. It was the first time I'd gotten a chance to get him in a while, so it was kind of funny. Has Houdini posted anything about the base? By the way? Yeah, I figured I wouldn't. I would hold on to it. Damn. First pack. Aramis Garcia. That makes for a long box whenever you get the auto first. Seems like. I think I saw somebody ask again about him since he posted that. Look at that centering on that refractor. That is awesome. That's a 9.5, possibly pristine all day long. True. That black printing plate was nice. I wonder, I think he sold it already. That was Greg. Syndergaard. Hey, where's Jamie at? He posted twice this morning that he wanted to watch today. Mac Williamson blue refractor. I even start up early for him. He was being nice yesterday. He was like, he's going to Arkansas, or Table Rock, or Arkansas, where his family lives. And he said he wished he could stop by Alabama and see you and your family. And look at what you say about him. He's being nice, and you're saying that. You should be ashamed. Although it's funny. J.D. Davis to 150 red ice. Dun, dun. Yeah, I know. You can't clear the chats on Ustream. You have to do it comment by comment, and I don't do that. Alright, hopefully that puts the auto towards the bottom. So it should be definitely in this pack. Hey, I had Hoffman in back-to-back breaks, and I hit 2 in each, and it was, I think it was a refractor auto and a base in both. He's a hard pull. Him, AJ Reed, and Geddes have to be SP'd. Because I hit more Schwarber and Alex Jackson than I ever hit of those two guys. And that break when I hit the Geddes Super, that was the only Geddes I hit in the whole break. I didn't hit one single AJ Reed the entire time. In fact, I didn't hit any in the second break after that, I don't think, of AJ Reed. Maybe just one. So in my opinion, that should be an $80 auto. So y'all gonna make it happen. Bid them up. So all mine will be worth a lot more. That's fair. Every time Correa's stuff starts surging, he goes 0 for 4. He's killing me. But he is playing really well. I'll say that. Michael Kopech, base auto. Thank you, Jeremy. Just flew right by that. It's a nice one. Thank you, fella. I mean, thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that. I was hoping I wouldn't hit it that early, I guess. Hey, anytime I overlook something, please tell me. Like I sent out a mini the last time. Hell, I found an auto once whenever I was sorting. It was an Eric Fetty auto. I sleeved it, top loaded it, and put it right back into the guy's stuff to go out. He thought he only hit 3 autos. He actually had hit 4. So it was a surprise. Matt Olson die cut. I believe that's actually the second Kopech of the break. It's pretty solid. There's one morning I decided I was going to break after I got home from work. And and I was half asleep, and I swear I did that 3 times. Overlooked the auto. I was beat. That was a really bad idea to try to open cases that morning. Hunter Harvey blue, but I'm awake right now, so there's no excuse. Yarborough ice. No, I didn't fall asleep, but I was struggling. I mean, really struggling. Trace Lore ice. That would be funny. See a little puddle of drool run in front of the camera. Yeah. You almost missed an auto, you dummy. Way to go. So I know it's on top, I think. Topps is just playing tricks with me now. There you go, right in time for the Buxton off-centered refractor. You don't get many of those that off-centered ever. All the refractors in this case have been really bad. There's another one for Nick. Daniel Robertson blue. Could have been green yesterday. Yeah, when I say off-centered, I mean to the point where it's pretty bad. Braxton Davidson ice. He's been coming on lately. I watched him against Greenville, and he sat in right field. I was in right field, and he chewed, and he chewed on his finger the entire game. I'm like, there ain't gonna be nothing left. I took a picture of it and tweeted him. No, that was on Instagram. I actually like tagged him in the photo. Said, somebody get this man a hot dog. I'm sure that wasn't embarrassing. Hey, read up and see what he says about where you were sleeping, that you were probably sleeping in, and what you were cuddling up to. And I was telling him how you wish that you could go through Alabama and see him and his family. Yeah, scroll up. You'll see what he's talking about. See what I'm talking about, I mean. Makes free dice. He doesn't know how to spell scroll. It's O-L-L. Not skull. Scroll. Nick Howard, base auto. Here, let me make it easy on you. Crea Mini. Hold on one second. Did he really? Well, let me see something. Jeremy said he got cut out of the chat. Hold on. Anyway. Okay, I was about to say you might end up having to go to breakers. What dude is doing horrible this year? Trey Turner, blue paper to $3.99. Howard, really? I haven't really looked into him. What's his stats like? Wasn't he a relief pitcher? They're trying to make a starter. No, that was Birdie. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember when you had all that. Did you sell it to Prospect Rush? I thought so. That's pretty awesome. 7.99 ERA, 33 innings, 42 walks, and 22K. He's got Cy Young written all over him. There's another nicely centered refractor. BGS 10, baby. 227 whip, huh? That was pretty solid. Who needs Clayton Kershaw? Nick Gordon blue to $3.99. I hit a printing plate of James Ramsey, but besides that, just base autos so far and really bad off-centered refractors. But it's going to get better. Yeah, Reed Foley base. Is that who you have? Okay. Yep, got you on the board. Fanatic is a very busy guy. He usually doesn't have, usually there's times he doesn't even respond to me. He's just a busy guy. And he never sells. Once he drafts somebody, he never sells that spot. It's nothing personal. Base auto of Joe Gatto. Looks like he fell asleep with that one. Yeah. Hobby is not something I'm fast at. There are guys that, like Nordy, who can break it in like 50, 55 minutes. I'm like an hour and 20. I've tried every way possible to get it to where I'm under an hour. And some people are just, I don't know how he does it. I sit there and watch him and try to learn from it. What age group do you coach? You know, whenever I hit the plate, usually the plate cases are dead, to be honest. That's been the case in about every draft product I've seen. Sometimes you have a rare one that's a really good case, but for the most part, plate cases are dead. Hopefully we'll hit at least 2 color autos in the second half of this case, but we'll see. Well, we got something. Wow, nice one. I've pulled like 6 of these. Alex Jackson, Under Armour auto, number 40 of 199. When you get one that clean too, it's, well, corner looks soft. The top right corner from your viewing screen. It's still a nice hit. Okay. That helped. That's a nice card. How many autos did that make? Through 6 boxes? Yeah, 7. So it was a bonus auto. That's always nice. Yes, jumbo after this. Just flopping back, flip-flopping back and forth between the two. Here's another one. Joe Gatto Refractor Auto. do it this way to finish out this box. Hit the auto that early. Just let's hurry through it. Seems like every time you hit a plate or a super fractor, the cases always have insert autos, are usually the top hits, or one of the top hits. Just from my experience, like the case I hit the Geddes Super, the next best auto was a draft night auto of Michael Chavis. I think there was a blue, but that was a jumbo case. But it's pretty much held consistently. Yeah, I think Topps needs to realize that all plates are not huge hits. They need to make it accordingly. Alright. Base, base, base. Cole Stewart Ice. They used to make draft and retail blasters. I remember 2006 had draft and retail, and you could almost hit a chrome auto in every box. It was pretty regular. Chapman Ice. Got a blue coming. Roberto Osuna to $3.99. Red Ice, Miguel Sano. There you go. 54/150. I think you got him, Jamie. that the whole way, especially through the hobby. You can get to the jumbo, if it's any quicker. It's usually not any quicker, but we'll see. Yeah, he had surgery on his left eye. Cosmetic surgery. It was nothing big. I haven't seen any updates on him. He should be about ready to return. I got a buddy at work. He's 34. He got diagnosed with lung cancer in his left lung. He was on one of the older ships, either Roosevelt. It was one of the carriers, either Roosevelt or Eisenhower. Well, anyway, it was one of the older ones. And there was a real bad asbestos problem. Well, that's what they linked it to. But he just went to Texas earlier this week to have his left lung removed and part of his diaphragm. And dude's going home tomorrow. He looks like nothing, like the day he left work. It's amazing. So I can't imagine cosmetic eye surgery not being a pretty quick turnaround, unless he's just having some complications from having to get used to it. I think it was just to fix his eye from where it was closing. So which ship would that have been? Eisenhower, Roosevelt is a big carrier. Chase Violet, blue paper. Coley. Enterprise. Yeah. This has been a while since he's been on board. I'll have to ask him again. I forgot all about it. Got a gold coming. Let's hope that's inked. That'll help. Doll Mini. Man. To the gold. Yes, it is, and it's a nice one. Is that still your spot, Hunter? I mean, Jeremy? Gold Monty Harrison. And that sucker is nice. 2 of 50. Wow. That definitely helped out. All he needs to do is start swinging the bat. Corey Seager eyes. You're welcome. And that's a RCSpur 9510. Which is the highest grade that you could possibly get. Even more than a black label. Colin Moran, green refractor to 150. Well, it's not bad at all. Harrison gold, Jackson Under Armour, so things are picking up. And the plate. For a 9.5 Dominic Smith auto or a 10 BGS or PSA, which one? I don't think his stuff is really like rose back up to the prices they were at, but I think his prices have improved because he kind of dropped off the face of the earth last year. Definitely hitting better than last year. BGS 9.5. I would say probably 45, maybe 50. Could be wrong. Jeremy, what did Dominic Smith 9.510 sell for? 2013 draft. Hold on one second. Yeah, I would think so. He's probably looking. He's probably still jumping up and down over his gold refractor auto of Monty Harrison. Nice to hit a red auto in the spot case. I know I've seen more red autos and purple autos come out of hobby than I ever have jumbos. He said $30 to $35. That's for a 9.510. No, I was asking Jeremy. He keeps sending up on the hot sheet. He'll stay there. I mean, it'll go up. You were. Except for that 300 part. I think you added one too many zeros. Okay, cool. Thank you, Jeremy. You just started collecting? Oh, no. All you need is eBay, buddy. eBay is your friend when it comes to prospecting and buying. Trevor Story Ice. That and do a lot of research on your prospects. Got a green refractor, nice one. Aaron Nola, 125 of 150. Yeah, those are good ones. I really like all four of those guys you just named. I've got a huge stash of Dwayne Underwood. I actually sold a little bit of it off, like a dummy, but still like doubled my money on what I was paying for him. Alex Jackson mini. Bowers insert. Yeah, I'm talking to him. Yeah, Underwood's good. I like him a lot. Mid-90s fastball and all his other stuff's starting to come around. He should move up. Actually, I think they should have already moved him up. And he's young. Scott Blewett base refractor auto. Conforto 89. The main thing with pitchers is just look at their strikeouts, how much they're dominating, how many home runs they give up, stuff like that. I mean, of course, that's not a real true telltale if the guy's working on stuff, because you look at guys like Tuki Toussaint and Michael Kopech. Both of those guys have low strikeout numbers right now and a lot of walks. But they're working on control more than anything. So that's where it pays to see the research on them. Because while they're in the lower levels, they're going to be working on off speed and fastball and whatchamacallit, control. Poor guy. Don't give him bad information like that. I don't know nothing about prospects. I really hope Bowman Chrome is loaded. If anything, the Chrome on the rookie auto list will be monstrous. If he doesn't have an auto in Chrome, they're nuts because he's already in AA. I'm sure they need somebody like him to tote it, but they still got guys like Yon Makata and guys like that should have a Chrome auto pretty soon. Of course, he's not going anywhere fast. He's probably going to finish the year in low A, I would think. Ballot Ice, from what I've saw, he needs to be in low A. He's young. Joey Gallo Ice. Jordan Montgomery, gold refractor. I didn't even see that gold. 39 of 50. John Ritchie, blue paper. I don't know. I mean, as far as like, is there a magic age? No, I've seen guys like, look at DeGrom. DeGrom was what, a 26, 27-year-old rookie? I mean, they moved him up really quick all of a sudden. I mean, sometimes guys just take longer. And usually with pitchers, once they get called up at like 22, 23, 24, they're still a couple of years away. I mean, you start working with those major league pitching coaches, that really does a lot of help with a lot of those guys. I mean, if they're going to be good, and then you got guys like Garrett Richards. I mean, look at him. He's older. Hell, he might only have 4 or 5 years of really being a prime pitcher. It's just how it goes. Like a guy I've had high expectations for ever since I've watched him. Oh, we got another color auto. Wow, this case turned out pretty good. Alex Blandino, blue refractor auto. 29 of 150. But the guy I'm talking about is Braden Shipley. If he was a Yankee pitching prospect, his chrome auto would probably be around 30 or 40 bucks. I have no doubt. He's a legit 1 or 2 starter when he gets going. Like, he's been working on stuff the last 2 years, but he's good. Yeah. Age don't really mean a whole lot when it comes to pitching. I mean, you can have guys that come up that are hitters that just explode, and then a lot of those guys usually drop off, but yeah, Shipley is definitely one of my. He's been probably one of the guys that I've held the longest. Him and Aaron Judge. Correa is another one. I still have tons of Correa. Marcus Wilson, base auto. Yeah, I mean, even Moyer took time. Moyer was older whenever he finally started really clicking. I mean, you're not going to have. I mean, in my opinion, Luis Severino, isn't going to be a starter in major leagues. I think he's going to be a relief pitcher, but I could be wrong. It's just the way he delivers the ball. It reminds me so much of Tommy Hanson. How it's so upright. Good God, look how bad that card is, off-centered. That is horrible, Topps. You should be ashamed of yourself. I mean, Severino, if he works on his delivery or whatever, he could potentially be a frontline starter. It's just when you're that upright, it's not usually good for your back and your shoulder. Oh yeah. And the thing about Jamie Moyer was, as he got older, his control got better. So anytime you're a major league pitcher, if you've got pinpoint control, look at Greg Maddux. He threw 87, 88, sometimes 89, 90. But he had pinpoint control. And that's usually the dominating factor. It's like lots of guys throw 93 or 94, but very few of them can put it on a certain part of a shin pad or, at a part of a jersey on his catcher, just pinpoint control. And also more to it, like, I mean, those guys do a lot of study. They know what their hitters' weaknesses are. They know that if they throw it, lower end, guys like Correa are going to crush it. But if he throws it just a little bit mid to up end, then Correa's chasing and missing. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where those guys, the ones that usually end up being successful, are the hardest workers and the best learners. And that's stuff you can't teach. Like Correa, I knew he was going to be pretty good because I found out information about him long before he ever got called up. Right after he got drafted, I found out he scored a 1580 or something like that on his SAT. It was something insane. Jordan Montgomery Blue Refractor. Hold on. That goes well with the gold we just pulled in the last box. Really off-centered paper. I mean, refractor. Hey, Jamie, do you want me to send Cisco die cut? You want me to send all this paper to Jeremy and make him sort it for you? Alright, way pack. About time. Luplo, Reese McGuire, Justin Twine, Colin Moran, and Bradley Zimmer. Last box. Case 3. You think you'd do that, huh? I could see him doing stuff like that. Crumb snatcher. That's a first. Gee, wow, look. Another Monty Harrison auto. This one's a base. There you go. Hell, I went 10 case breaks without hitting a Monty Harrison. Nice job. Oh, really? I can only imagine the damage he did. Did he dump out all the graded cards again? Hey, you know what? That would probably save you some money. What way are you taking? Would you take 40? Boozfield, Red Ice to 150? So you're 2 hours from Greenville? Or I imagine the only way you could get to Arkansas is to go I-40 from where you're at. In all seriousness, I would meet you in Hendersonville, which would actually make that even less time. Because I'm only about 40 minutes from Hendersonville. And you could pop back up to Asheville and get on I-40 and go west. I'll do that for you. My gas prices are expensive down here, though. They're like $20 a gallon. It's crazy, and it's going to be like 50 gallons to get there. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so you would definitely come down. I don't know how you would come, but Sosa, die cut. Look at a map and tell me which way you would come down. Well, yeah, if you were going to be in Hickory, then you would come 85. That's actually right through Greenville. I think we need to talk more trash about these cases, and I think that they'll be even better, because as soon as we started dogging this one, hit a gold and a blue auto and an Alex Jackson. So let's keep the trash talk up. This next case is going to be horrible. Just watch. I've heard that Hickory show is awesome, by the way. I've had people tell me I needed to sell, that I would do very well if I took all my prospects up there. Just the Sheffield Blue Refractor. DJ Peterson ice. And just in case you're wondering, Jamie, it's MAP. Okay, so basically you would have to get on 40 through Charlotte and come west. Once you got to Charlotte, I know you can do that. Well, if you do, I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine with me. I'll make it easy on you. I'll just pour them all into a big old box and bring them to you. We'll definitely save you on supplies. Hold on a second. What does he want? Jamie, are you still in the Navy? Dude, in all seriousness, it probably would be best for you, because you're going to add, I would say it's going to be around 130 to 150, including supplies, to ship the base to you. So you would actually save a little bit of money just by adding an hour or so to your trip. Because if you went to Hickory and you came down 85, that would take you about an hour and 15 minutes to get to Greenville. And then from there, it'd only take you about 40 minutes to get back up to I-40 to go west. Oh, okay. What's up with all the military flying around and stuff? I had 3 jets flying over my house yesterday. Heard a Chinook earlier today and a bunch of helicopters. Lots of military movement these days. Well, I'm sure you hear it all the time. I don't have Army and Navy and Air Force bases near my house. You're in the area to hear that. The closest Army base is in Columbia. The closest Navy base is in Charleston. And the closest Air Force base is in Sumter. So, and that's by far the closest. Anyway, here we go. Here's a recap. Red Ice to 150, J.D. Davis, Miguel Sano, Austin Boosfield. Blue Waves, Jordan Luplow, Reese McGuire, Justin Twine, Colin Moran, and Bradley Zimmer. Blue Refractors to 399, Teje Antone, Mac Williamson, Roberto Osuna, Nick Gordon, Daniel Robertson, Hunter Harvey, Jordan Montgomery, and Justice Sheffield. Greens to 150, Aaron Nola and Colin Moran. Blacks to 75, Christian Arroyo and Cody Reed. Jordan Montgomery, who's pitching well for the Yankees system. Gold to 50, and James Ramsey black printing plate, 1 of 1. Autographs. This was a pretty good case. It started off really bad, but it ended up really good. Base autos: Joe Gatto, Nick Howard, Michael Kopech, Aramis Garcia, Austin Dakar, Sean Reed Foley, Monty Harrison, Marcus Wilson. Refractor autos: Joe Gatto, Scott Blewett. Had an Under Armour Affleck card. Under Armour auto of Alex Jackson, numbered 40 of 199. God, I'll get that out eventually. Had a blue refractor auto of Alex Blandino, 29 of 150. And a gold Monty Harrison, number 2 of 50. Congrats to those guys. Thank you all. And I'll be right back with case number 4.